We've been living in this bus for the past 3 years. And it's been pretty great. For the most part. We've lost like a significant amount of coolant. There was that time that we broke down. We have a leak right there. Okay, yeah, the truth is traveling around in a 39-foot bus can be pretty difficult. For that reason, I think Brianna has grown a little bit tired of bus life. But apparently there's this thing called Vanlife that everyone's talking about. So we're gonna be checking that out today. And thanks to Go Camp, the sponsor of this video, we're gonna be doing it in style in this Ford Transit.
Here we go, guys. This is the moment that I've been waiting for. I'm finally doing van life.
But simply trying out van life isn't enough. No, we need to go head to head. Bus life versus van life to finally determine who the real winner is. I can tell you one thing I already like. This is way easier to travel around town in.
I already feel like we're unstoppable. We're just gonna hit the road and see where it takes us.
And where it's taking us is on a 5-day sprint to see every inch of the Oregon coast. But as we know, the coast isn't always sunshine and rain.
A river of rain and wind hammering the Oregon coast.
And so we're leaving Bend on probably the most beautiful day we've had in a month. And we're heading into a beaten down and flooded coast right now. I don't know if it's a good idea, really.
So we'd be like this guy. Hazards on. But instead...
Oh boy. Can't do that in the bus.
Woo! Everything's covered in snow. The road is getting a little dicey, but it's beautiful.
I would be way more nervous doing this pass in the bus. That 39-foot behemoth, this is definitely a point for van life. So you're gonna drive now?
No.
But I thought that was the whole point of being a van is you would drive.
Not right now. When you live in a smaller space like this, you're forced to cuddle.
You're not forced to like it though. With van life off to an early lead, we continued to our first stop.
So we made it to Fort Stevens. We're 5 minutes away, but I'm just scared.
Why are you scared?
There's just been like a lot of flooding and the parking area is so close to the ocean. Like what if it's flooded way up here? I just like don't like arriving to places that you're not familiar with in the dark.
Yeah, it's fine. We just have to go down there and check it out. I don't know if you can see anything. This is all mud and water.
Like there's no reason to be here in the dark. About to have a mental breakdown. I just don't want to be here. I want to feel safe and very secure, and I do not right now.
Okay, we're gonna leave. Turns out that it doesn't matter if you're in a van or a bus. Sometimes these adventures take you to places that you are not comfortable with, especially with all the flooding that's been happening. Instead, we parked next to a soccer field for the night, and we'll see you in the morning.
Oh my God!
Now that my brain is well scrambled, we can start day 2 of van life, and we can go back to see what the shipwreck looks like during the day. There goes a massive point for van life. Bree has actually never driven the bus.
Sailing! I freaking love this.
Ding! One more for van life.
Oh my God.
What?
Oh, there it is.
I thought it was gonna be bigger than that. Alright, let's go check out this shipwreck. Why are you running? It's not even raining at all. This is awesome. Oh my gosh, go! Wow.
It's beautiful.
Wow.
Go, 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 go! We're gonna hit the road though because we have a lot to see down the entire Oregon coast.
Bree's driving.
Let's go.
From here we continue our quest south on the Oregon coast to determine if vans really are better than buses.
It's beautiful. So we're gonna run back to the van now.
It seems like Bree's having a little bit too much fun. Despite all the rain, she is absolutely loving van life. But don't worry, even though the score is 4-0 right now, we have plenty of time to prove that buses are superior. We spent most of day 2 trying and failing to stay dry. It's a great time. We spent the other half of the day looking for whales, and unfortunately, these are the only ones that we found. Whale. There's one. Another whale. And this other tan whale that we found, a 40-foot behemoth owned by Allison and Nick. So we decided to join forces to try to get Brianna back to the light side. All right, we made it to our spot for the night. Obviously can't see a damn thing right now because it's pitch black. So we'll take a better look in the morning.
We are halfway down the Oregon coast and I just have so much planned. I was told that the southern coast is the most spectacular, the most beautiful. Yes, it's raining, but let's just pray for sunshine. Or just no rain, just no rain.
Good morning, guys.
Morning.
What are you doing there?
Oh, video. RGM pink.
Okay, there it is. We officially have our first point for bus life because there is so little privacy in a van. Look at that. We just parked right there. And there's a big bus right there. So I think it's pretty clear when you're talking about van versus bus life, parking has to be one of the #1 things that van life has over bus life. Like in this case, we can park in a normal parking spot, but a bus on the other hand has to park way over there, which allows you to get as close as possible to cool things like this. Whoa, it looks like the sun does exist. That literally did not last long at all. After that, we headed to Newport where we could meet and hang out with some of the locals.
Shit, scared the heck out of it. Oh my gosh.
Good afternoon.
Oh god.
After being up close with these majestic and somewhat demonic creatures, it was time to say goodbye to the only people we met that have a little bit of sense to live in a bus.
It's not goodbye, see you later.
And the rain just kept coming and coming. And wait.
What are you doing now?
I'm peeing again.
Okay, I'm not saying that I'm fully converted, but I am coming around to the idea that a van is the perfect way to do a 5-day coast trip. The same trip in the bus, it would have been a lot. And the van just allowed us to see a lot more in a short period of time. Stuff like this.
Oh yeah, there it went.
And also this.
I got blasted by the waves bad. I'm soaked all the way through. It's beautiful.
I'm just like a little kid when I get in these places because I'm just so happy. Wherever you look, it's beautiful.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Beautiful. I have so much water in my shoes. Ugh.
Now that I'm completely drenched, we should find a place to stay for the night. One thing that can be pretty difficult in either a van or a bus is finding free overnight parking.
So that's our situation. Hopefully we don't get any knocks here in a couple hours telling us to move. But I mean, it's pretty likely.
And sometimes you just have to take a chance and hope it works out.
You're amazing.
What an incredible way to wake up.
Turns out it's New Year's Eve. I think Brianna did this on purpose. That means that we're gonna be bringing van life into the new year. But
I think it's a good omen.
I don't know.
Because there might be
about
some
that.
future plans.
So we continued making our way south to get to Bandon Beach, which is one of the most beautiful beaches that we've been to, and where we're gonna be spending New Year's Eve.
Oh my God. Were you recording yourself? Cheers to
I was
that,
trying
brother.
to do a cute little shot.
I freaking love van life.
And in only 15 minutes, we'll be bringing van life with us into the new year.
Happy New Year! I don't know how to do this. Oh God, I'm scared of it.
Happy New Year!
Day number 5 without a shower.
That's honestly not like terrible.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, to normal people that shower every day, which is a lot of people, they're gonna be like, that's disgusting.
So we have one last full day of van life to squeeze every drop that we can out of the Oregon coast. I don't think it's a coincidence that this just happened to be the first full day of sun the coast has seen in months. So we made the best of it.
We're all the way south. We made it to Samuel H. Boardman Scenic Corridor.
Look at that.
This is definitely where they got inspiration for Pandora. It had to have been.
Definitely.
And because of it, we also got to discover 2 of our favorite places that we've ever been. Even though it can be a little bit tight sometimes.
You hit your head so many times in this.
But the absolute best part has to be Bree driving, so I can actually do work and edit on the road. Maybe van life isn't so bad after all. Wait, no. This is all wrong.
She almost got me.
There are so many reasons to love bus life. I mean, look at all this extra room I have for activities. Fully tiled shower. We even have bunks for guests. And a freaking full gaming rig. One more serious note, vans can be incredibly expensive. Our bus costs around $35,000, fully renovated. You can't even buy an empty van for that much. Well, looks to me like we have a clear and definitive winner. Truth is, it really doesn't matter what you're driving. It's about getting out there in whatever you can afford and that it works for you. But actually, buses are just better.